I just want to rent a bike and ride around. You know, when I went to Amsterdam, I tried. They have these. Have you seen these foldable bikes called Bromptons? Have you seen these things? These British foldable bikes, and they're so fucking cool. This is a bike nerd thing now. I'm getting on about, but
yeah.
Let me show you.
Brompton?
Yeah, they're these foldable bikes that you can fold.
Sounds like
to
a
quite
suburb in London.
image.
It does.
So like,
where are you from, mate? I'm from Brompton.
They fold out to like the one in the second.
Oh,
image.
I have seen these.
But like they look how small they fold into on the one cycling weekly on the bottom left of the second.
I have seen
bottom right. Sorry, bottom right.
I have seen this. I didn't know they were called Bromptons.
If you go down as well a little bit, there's another image. Yeah, like that one there. Look at that one.
I thought they were just called foldable bikes.
Foldable bikes.
This is the brand of foldable one. It's so fucking cool because I was testing it out. I was like, God damn, this is so fucking good because you know, like on the back of a bike, right? You have that little like like metal thing where you put all like, you can like tie stuff to.
Yeah.
You have that, and then it also has like wheels, and then the wheel flips down. No. It has wheels, but that thing has wheels, right? You flip it down, so the wheel flips in, and then you can use that as like a carrying thing. If you're being lazy, you can carry it along.
Oh, I see.
Because you can get like different kinds of like travel for it.
You can wheel it around as well, apparently.
Nah, the way you just worded that, I've never seen. I was like, I've never seen.
Sorry, my brain is
bike more enthusiastic. Can we about having wheels on a bike?
Can you play a video of someone folding a Brompton bike? Just because I think this is going to be a lot easier to explain.
He's like, boys, you're not going to believe this.
My
bike has wheels.
Okay, why are they comparing? My brother told me about this, right?
Yeah.
When he came to visit, he was like, I really want one of these bikes. He's like, oh, it's a Brompton. I was like, what is that? Is that like a disease? And then we were going to go cycle the Shinra Mikado, which we did.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as I was waiting to go for that, I was waiting in the hotel lobby. This Canadian guy comes up to me and goes, oh, hi, Connor, what's up? I was like, oh, what's up, man? He goes, yeah, I just did the Shinra Mikado because I watched your guys' video. I was like, oh, awesome, man. This is sick. I rode it on the Brompton. I was like, no fucking way. I was like, can I see that thing? And so I rode on it and I was like, this does not feel as nice to ride as my bike, but pretty fucking cool that it folds up into the size of a backpack.
Yeah.
And you can just like put it on a train or
carry
really
it around.
easy.
Oh, it looks really convenient.
Bro, it's so easy to fold. Look at this thing, all right? Check this out.
All right.
So you just do that, boom.
Yeah.
And then that tray on the bottom's got wheels as well, so you wheel around.
Yeah.
And then you just undo the thing real quick. Comes off.
Okay.
Check this out. Check this shit out.
Grip the handlebar support using a steering action.
Okay, so you flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Onto the frame.
All right.
This is the type of shit you get excited at as an
Yeah, dude. Isn't that?
Look at the folds on these, man.
Look at the amount it can
Look how
fold.
compact it gets.
It's so convenient.
Look at that. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Just because living in Japan, I appreciate anything that can fit into a smaller form.
Yes.
You know, obviously I've done the Shinra Mikado twice now, and the second time I took my own bike. And even the cyclothons, we always took my own bike. And it was fine, but it is definitely way more annoying carrying a full, like, big bike that is kind of, it doesn't really fold down amazingly. Like, you can get it on the bullet train.
Yeah.
I can take it on a flight, but it's definitely just more cumbersome. And it's definitely something you have to plan a lot more around. Like, I could barely fit it in a taxi. I would have to, when I arrived, I would have to put it in the back, like diagonal over the seats, and then I would have to sit in the front.
Right.
So it's like scuffed, and it's not fun. Like this would make, I could feel like I could do my dream of just traveling around and biking whenever the fuck I feel like it, and it'd be so fun. And I rode it in Amsterdam. It was so fucking fun.
Oh, I bet it would be.
Yeah.
But would it not be like?
It's definitely not
to just rent a bike at that point.
Yeah, but also renting a bike sometimes kind of annoying. Like the hotel.
You don't understand, Gun. It's about having your own.
Yeah, and also it was kind of annoying. The hotel I stayed at didn't have bicycle parking, which is, and I've never heard of that in Amsterdam. Yeah, and there was no near place to rent a bicycle. So like I'd have to, those kind of things you have to worry about. 'Cause you're like, I can just fold it up and take it to my room, or like.
So are you gonna buy a Brompton for Twitch?
I kind of want to get a bike just that I could take around and travel with easier. And you can get like suitcases.
You're gonna pack this abroad?
Dude, it packs so small. They make like these suitcases for them that are like the size of a suitcase, like a tiny one, like a business one. It looks awesome. I'm just saying, I should get one of these. And this is why you have to convince me that it's a great idea and that I should have done it earlier.
I mean, if you...
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Bro, do you really want to travel with more suitcase?
I don't really pack that much, though.
I mean...
When we traveled, Joey took like this giant Giga suitcase, and I took just a little carry-on thing.
No, I'm the same. Nowadays, when I remember,
I don't take much.
When I traveled as a kid, I used to be like, oh, how much?
I could fit some clothes in there. I can shove some socks and some t-shirts in the side.
What's the minimum I can bring? Because like when I was a kid, I used to like fill up every suitcase to the brim, and I'm here wondering as an adult, what the fuck did I pack my suitcase with? Because
you just overpack because you don't travel, and then the more you travel, the more you realize I don't need shit.
Yeah,
I always just bring a suitcase that's I always leave some extra space just in case wherever I'm going to, I end up buying something. Because I've ran into more situations where I pack whatever suitcase
me too.
to the brim, right? Because I want to take the small suitcase, and then I buy one thing and it just completely fucks up the whole structure.
But there is a size of a suitcase, especially if you're traveling around Europe, it just becomes unsustainable.
Yeah.
You're like, this suitcase is just too damn fucking big.
Yeah.
It would have been way easier with two small suitcases that I could be a bit more nimble with.
No, for sure.
Especially trains. Trains in Europe. If you have a suitcase over a certain size, you have to put it in the suitcase thing and you have to watch it. You can't leave it. If you leave it, you look away for 2 seconds, the shit's gone.
Yeah.
Especially like, not just in Europe, in Japan as well. I remember like first time I traveled to Japan, I had like a massive suitcase.
Well, now you have to book the suitcase space.
Do you?
Yeah, on the Shinkansens.
Oh shit.
Oh, really?
It depends what size your bag is. If you want to put it in the general suitcase area, you know, the one right when you go through the doors, there is room, but you might not get it.
I usually just shove the suitcase in between my legs.
Yeah, that's okay too. A lot of Japanese people do that, but
Yeah.
if you want the backspace behind the seats, which people used to just take, now you have to book that.
What?
Did you not know that?
No.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
well, I haven't traveled with like a massive suitcase on the Shinkansen for a very, very long time.
So you can book, if I'm not mistaken, because I've booked the back seat a few times because when we do the cyclothons, we had to specifically buy 3 seats that were in the back to fit the bicycles because the bicycles can't go anywhere else.
Motherfucking bicycles getting a seat, man.
Yeah.
Bicycles traveling better than most Americans.
Oh, no.
do.
It goes behind the seat. So you see like that's like on the first image there.
Yeah.
Right, you see that spot. You know, in the Shinkansen, there's that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to book that now.
What?
Yeah, you have to book that.
That's ridiculous.
So I think you can get the back seat, but I don't think you immediately get that, I think. I'm not sure. It's a bit weird. So
I would think that if you booked that back seat,
you'd get it.
you'd most likely get it because otherwise you wouldn't book the back
Oh, yeah,
seat.
see, you can bring your bicycle on. Items that do not require reservation, even if they have total dimensions of more than... Oh, okay.
So baby strollers, instruments, and bikes.
Oh, so I didn't know bicycles you don't have to require. So one time, Chris went on and he didn't reserve it. And I was like, you fucking idiot. I reserved it. God damn. And then he was like, I just told the staff and they sorted it out. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, and I guess it makes sense, right? Because what are they going to do? Kick you off?
Yeah, because it's like, especially if no one is currently using it on your trip and it's just empty, they're not going to be like, yeah, but did you reserve it? I didn't think so.
I think they're always very accommodating. They'll try and make it work, but obviously I think it's to avoid people who just get on immediately and just like put it, because some people used to put tiny suitcases there.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, this guy's got his entire fucking like life in this giant suitcase. Give him the fucking spot.
Yeah.
But I think people generally don't move once they've put their bag there. So I think it was to mainly avoid that, which is fair. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the amount of like travelers that are coming in the country now, I'm sure there's only more suitcases.
And it is nice having that peace of mind, being like, I got the back. I got space for my giant.
I don't have to
luggage.
keep an eye on my luggage the entire trip. Because it's behind me.
Yeah.
But you can store luggage quite easily in Tokyo. So I think if you were carrying a giant ass suitcase like that around,
I mean, there is a lot of luggage lockers.
Yeah, you don't need to carry that much. I always tell people like just bring a backpack and bring a big suitcase. Leave the suitcase somewhere if you're traveling around for like 2-3 days. And then come back to Tokyo and get the rest of your stuff, change the laundry, do all that stuff. Right? I feel like that's a life hack.
That's the way to do it.
Top 10 travel Japan tips.
Yeah, traveling to Japan is stressful but convenient at the same time because you have to follow the rules. There's no like, we'll make it work.
God, it's every time like I meet a tourist now in the bar who's just traveling around. God, Chris must be getting so many fucking views now. Because every time I talk to someone, I'm like, oh, where are you going? And
they watch Chris.
Everyone's like, oh well, I looked on video and I found this guy called Aboard in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fucking hell. Okay.
And every time that happens, you'd be like, I fucking hate
tells
that
his
guy.
videos perfectly for those types of tourists. It's like 15 things to do in Osaka.
Yeah.
And people, I think for as many people who come to Japan and don't look a lot about Japan, there are, I think, a lot of tourists really research everything.
Yeah.
And they really want to know everything.
Yeah.
And it kind of intimidatingly so. I don't do that whenever I go anywhere.
We have a friend coming over and talking to them. So this is like everyone has a different style of holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday. This is like the opposite of my
type of
holiday.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So all the shrines and castles and stuff.
No.
Min-maxed.
So they have a spreadsheet of what they are doing every single day.
My brother did that.
Yeah.
And that just sounds so fucking stressful to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom does that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. I need some fluidity. For vacation.
I want to have a little bit of discovery and mystery in the holiday sometimes, especially if you go into a new area. Everyone has a different style, as I said. But the idea of like going to a new place and having my schedule already entirely booked out, because I get it. Some people have had like really bad experiences of going somewhere new and they don't know what to do and they ended up not doing much. But sometimes I need that mystery in there to really appreciate the discovery of the new place.
You do have to book a lot of things now in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Like if you want to do the Disney or Ghibli or any of that stuff, you gotta book all this shit like a month in advance at least.
Sometimes more.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I understand why there's a lot of anxiety around it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
also-
I just like eating. I like
Also,
just
I'm
rocking out.
fine. I'm fine with just the vibes.
Yeah, me
like
too.
when Sydney's parents came here, Sydney's family came here. We went to Universal USJ. And they wanted to see Nintendo Land really bad. Didn't know that you had to like pre-book the tickets
You gotta
beforehand.
book everything, Sonny.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to book everything. But we had a great time just enjoying the vibes, We didn't need to see every attraction, didn't need to queue up for
Well, that's a
I
good thing
had to
about-
like beg my brother to chill. I was like, please, but he didn't. He was like, no, I want to like min-max everything.
Right.
And he had a spreadsheet, and he had like every like hour accounted for, and he loved it.
But did he actually end up following that to the
He
T?
did, yeah.
He did?
He was here for 2 weeks, spent like 2 days in Tokyo. I was like, dude, Tokyo's pretty fun. We can do a lot in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you can chill, man. He's like, I don't want to be in the city. I was like, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. And then he went everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Like
kind of
everywhere
impressed.
as in like outside of Tokyo and stuff?
Well, he didn't go to like. I think he did a speed run of all the tourist things.
Right.
His reasoning was, I want to speed run all the tourist things this vacation, so the next time I come back, I can explore more and do other stuff.
Right.
What is
right.
even the tourist things in Tokyo anymore?
Not Tokyo. Japan.
Okay.
He went to like Miyajima,
Okay,
Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima. He went to Fuji.
Yeah.
He literally hit like
Damn, he did
every single tourist thing you should do.
Right.
He hit it. And again, he told me, I think it was something along the lines of, he wanted to do it all. So the next time he comes, he can really like hang out a bit more in Tokyo with me.
Yeah.
Maybe explore some other rural areas of Japan now that he knows it a little better, which I think is a good approach, honestly.
Yeah.
That's why when my parents came, I was like, I'll take you to Kyoto. Because Kyoto is where I just don't want to go. I just don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But, and they didn't really like it, which I was kind of happy about.
They didn't like it?
No, they didn't like it.
Because it was too overcrowded or?
They just didn't really care about shrines.
Oh,
and I
that's
get it.
fair.
If you don't, it's kind of like...
If you don't care about the history, then it's whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't really care about shrines.
I don't really either. I mean, it's visually cool, but after you've seen 2, you're like, okay.
It's a shrine. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to be like for me now, like I don't mind shrines, but obviously a lot of them are the same.
Yeah.
But like it's the shrines that you find where it's kind of in a completely different environment.
Yeah,
or looks
yeah,
completely
yeah.
different or something. Like those are the ones where I'm still like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think shrines that are not like tourist attractions.
Yeah, but if
basically,
it's but if it's like, oh, here's another shrine in the mountains. Okay.
I mean, it's obviously
You know?
awesome that they're preserving it, and obviously,
no.
absolutely
Yeah.
they should. But like, as a
I'm not against it. I'm just like, I would rather do something else.
Yeah, me
you
too.
know?
I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll chill.
It's the same for me whenever I go to Thailand and someone asks me what to do and I go through like I generally sometimes I'm like I don't actually know what everyone else recommends, so sometimes I Google and it's like 10 million different temples or what.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, it's just they're all the fucking same, man.
Yeah, it's like going to churches in the UK.
Yeah,
They're
exactly,
You'll
right?
see
Yeah.
a bunch. I mean, they're some of them are pretty cool and have some great artwork, but after a while, you kind of get the vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I used to come here every Sunday, and this other building looks kind of reminiscent to that building, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, churches can be cool.
Can be. Yeah, I mean,
The churches in Nagasaki are pretty interesting.
yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, obviously they had a lot of Christian influence there.
Yeah, because Nagasaki had the biggest Christian population for a long time. So there's
So they're
a
like the
lot of
Portuguese shell.
churches that are still preserved there. That's pretty interesting purely because of the fact that you're in a very Japanese city and then there's just suddenly a street full of churches.
Yeah.
And like it's interesting to see like, okay, well, I know how like a normal church looks like in the Western, countries, but like what's the Japanese interpretation of it? And just like seeing that difference is quite interesting. And it's just also weird that like right next to the Nagasaki Chinatown, there's just a church. And I'm like, this is a real
That's what God would want it.
yeah, this is a real clash of cultures right now.
Yeah, Nagasaki's a really cool place.
Yeah.
Nagasaki is cool.